Hey, welcome to Living in Alaska. This is Ken Hagler. I want to welcome you. And this is my weekly vlog where I talk about 3 things that you need to know about life, about home, and about real estate. And today I'm getting right back into things. I've been gone for almost a month now. It's crazy to think about that. And I know when people go away, a lot of times they want to batch edit everything. And I always talk about that. And I really would love to do that, but for me, I needed to get away. That was the number one thing that I needed. And so I took some time away, and I appreciate y'all understanding and coming back to things. And as we get back together today, I want to start by one of the things that I came across today in one of my favorite podcasts from Hal Elrod. And he shared this great quote today. I want to share with you today. I wrote it down. It's not that you need to know or learn something new, but that you need to remember and live something true. A lot of times in our society today, it seems like there is an obsession about new things and we put the old things away. And the reality is so much of what is new flies in the face of things that have been tried, tested for years, decades, eons even. One of the things that for me, this vacation that I just went on was to Greece. And that was amazing to walk in places that have been around for centuries. And we're talking like centuries before Jesus even came onto the scene. So we're talking BC, we're talking Zeus, we're talking Apollos, we're talking about people, in antiquity and that have walked these places and have lived here all this time. And they came across so many things and reflected on things that today we oftentimes will quote people like Socrates and Plato that were part of those times and those years. And those things are true many times. Some of it's not. But the reality is sometimes we get so obsessed with new things that we neglect the old things. And what Hal was talking about today, and I think is so really important. And I kind of added this, the second part of that is it's not just that we need to remember things that are true, we need to live them. And, things as simple as do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Treating people in ways that are respectful and good are so critically important. So that's the first place I want to start, is enhancing life. Now, the next thing I want to do is to enhance home. And it's winter. Coming back here, one thing about living in Alaska is we have different seasons of the year. And a lot of times people think of this as fall. In the short time, it's actually been a few years now that I've been in Alaska, I don't think of fall as fall and the leaves falling off the trees as much as I think it is the time of winterization. And so one of the things that I want to talk about real quick is to make sure that as the seasons get ready to change, you go out and you change the filters in your HVAC system. I'm going to run out here real quick and kind of just show you what I did and kind of walk through that. I got to be real careful because I know my wife does not want me showing what our garage looks like right now. But the reality of it is, wherever your HVAC system is, this is a great time of the year. Anytime the seasons change is a good time of the year to go out and change the air filters in your HVAC system to make sure that things are kept clean, that you're not blowing around allergens and stuff through your house that really make people sick and have people feeling under the weather. So I'm going to go out and just real quick and just kind of show you one of the things, the little tricks that I did, which I've done throughout the years in places that I lived, and just want to show you real quick. So let's go out there and I'm going to take a look. So garages are always just a great place to go. But in my HVAC system, one of the things that I have done through the years, you'll see back here, is I wrote on here the size on my filter, which is 20 by 20. When I first got out here, somebody had put an 18 by 14, the original owners, which is completely wrong. This HVAC system doesn't do 18 by 14. This is square 20 by 20, and it actually messed me up a couple of times. I made sure this year to do that correctly and just write on there with a Sharpie. The other thing that I made sure to do is put an arrow so that you can remember which direction your airflow is going, because the air filters are going to put that on there, and you want to make sure that you do that. It's really important that you change it. It helps your system to run well. It keeps it running efficiently, and is something that will help with allergens, especially in the winter months. And here in Alaska, it's incredibly important. So we've talked about enhancing life and enhancing home. Now I want to talk just a moment about real estate, because one of the things that we're hearing about a lot is it's really difficult to get into a home. Totally get that. Interest rates, it's been a challenge. The hard part has been trying to find a home, and there's been a lot of talk throughout the year about we're going to have a housing crash, or people have asked me about, hey, you know what? People have said, my mom or my grandparents have said, what you need to look for is foreclosures. Look, you need to understand this really important thing was you look at the statistics and look at how the housing market has gone. There are not going to be foreclosures coming in, and we're not looking at a housing crash. Different than 2008 and years past, people have built up a lot of equity. More and more people have been able to stay in their homes longer. They've paid down their mortgages, and people have a lot of equity. There's no reason that people feel right now to jump out of the homes that they're living in if they don't have to. And that's really important for us to look at. People are not upside down in their mortgages like they were in 2008. So we're not going to be looking at a bunch of foreclosures, and people are not going to be abandoning their homes at this point in time. So what do you need to know about that? Settle down. That's probably the most important thing, is to settle down, save your money, be careful with how you spend, be very aware of those things. This is a hard market as a whole, irregardless of looking at the housing market. It's hard financially. We're sitting here and have been talking about for 2 years now about recessions, and there's different ways of looking at that. The most important thing is your dollar isn't as going as far as it was before. So paying attention to your debt, making sure that you're paying down debt, getting rid of things that you don't need, simplifying your life so that you're ready. Because I'm going to tell you that the thing that I keep hearing is that come 2024, there's going to be a lot of pent-up energy. A lot of people are going to be moving. More and more people stayed longer in their homes than they have in the past. So we're anticipating people are going to be moving for work, career changes, things of that nature. People are going to be retiring that have been putting it off. And we're anticipating in a lot of ways that in 2024, there's going to be homes coming to the market and people are going to be ready to buy. Make sure that right now you're taking time to get your financial house in order. Get rid of stuff that you don't need. We've been doing that. Get stuff on Marketplace that you don't need. Make sure that you're looking at your credit card debt. You're looking at the debts that you've incurred. Pay those things down. Get those to as small as possible so you're ready to make decisions when 2024 comes around and you are ready to move forward. Those are just some of my tips to help you enhance life, enhance home, and your understanding of real estate. Again, if you haven't liked and subscribed, make sure that you whack that bell icon and do that very thing so you can stay up to date on things. And if you're looking at moving to Alaska, make sure that you contact me down below, and I'll be glad to help you find a home, answer questions that you may have about Alaska. Watch some of my other videos about moving here and about some of the communities. I'm going to be working on some more of those things as well. But I'm here to help you as your Alaskan realtor to make living in Alaska a reality for you and your family.